What up, everybody? This is Little Big John, and welcome to the channel. Um, yeah, I'm sorry we're a little late, but we're here today. This is January 2nd. This is the second day into the new year. Hopefully, you guys had a wonderful New Year's and you're off to a good start. I know that a lot of people out there right now are supposed to be getting into shape and whatnot. Me personally, I'm going to be getting into shape, but it's not a particular New Year's resolution because it's just way too easy for me. I just start eating meat only, and then all of a sudden the fat just kind of comes off. Now, I have been kind of recently, I think God has kind of been getting on my mind that I kind of need to start eating a little bit differently. Normally, I'm a keto person, so I typically kind of float around keto carnivore a little bit, and because it just does my body well. I enjoy those particular diets because they tend to satiate my appetite a lot more. When I eat carbohydrates, bro, I just go ham. I eat one piece of bread, and that's it. I'm done. I'm just eating all day long, you know? And I hate that. Like, bro, I work at Domino's of all places, and that is a fat man's death trap, bro. I get in there to I guess one particular deterrent for me is that I don't eat pork. So on top of that, that's kind of that's something that actually helps me because they have a lot of pork because they have ham, pepperoni, and I didn't even like pepperoni before I was when I was eating eating pork. They have a lot of sausage. If I do eat, it's most likely gonna be chicken and beef, but I'm a cheese person. I love cheese, like that. And in fact, that was one of the things that my dad always calls me and my mom calls Wait, no. Does he? Yeah, he calls us cheesinators because he's old. Oh my gosh! And of course, everything a nader has some, is like some kind of robot that does something like the Terminator. So I guess for us is that we tear up the cheese, bro. We cheesinators, bro. We just eat the cheese up. And I like cheese. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not like a connoisseur of cheese. Like I ain't out here just eating like Gouda and Swiss. Even though Gouda's pretty good. I think I had Swiss before. But I'm an American cheese kind of dude. And yes, I like the little melty ones in the plastic. Although I rather the block, the government cheese. I like government cheese, bro. They just make good grilled cheese sandwiches, bro. I'm just saying. I love grilled cheese sandwiches are my fave. Although I would say that the amount of weight that I've gained over the last like probably about 6 months wasn't even from grilled cheese. A lot of it is from sweets. I typically will get bigger faster when I eat like cookies and cakes, which is so weird. I ate a lot of fruit, didn't really gain a lot of weight because I guess because fruit tends to be a bit low cal, and cakes and cookies they have a tendency to be like kind of calorie dense. So yeah, definitely need to eat a lot better, especially here in the new year. Even though I don't technically have any New Year's resolutions, I do kind of want to do a lot better, for a whole lifetime. Like, and that's the thing about like New Year's resolutions. People go in, especially during this time of year, their inspiration is on high. They're out there, they're all heavily motivated. And this happened to me a few times. I would go into I took a boxing class for like maybe 3 months, man, and I loved it for a while until my hands started hurting. I was punching wrong, and I started like punching with with the outside, because you're supposed to punch with the front too. But I was punching like with these, and consistently just hitting that bad guy. It kind of felt after a while, it felt like my hand was splitting in two. So I was like, oh, so I had to back off, and then I think I skipped about a couple of weeks of classes, and then after that, I gave up. I didn't even want to go anymore. Because once you sit down, I don't know why. You work out, you're good. Like it's struggle at first, the first couple of days, the first couple of weeks, but then you start feeling good and you liking it and whatnot, and then it's like something hurts, maybe you get a little burned out. You're like, hey, let me sit down for like a week. You sit down, and then before long, you didn't fell right back into that same position that you were before you even went there, bro. Yeah, it's almost like when you go on a diet and when you eat the food, but you start eating all the good stuff, and after a while, the good stuff start tasting good. But then you had that one Oreo cookie, and it throw your whole thing off, bro. When I came off keto, like I was eating fruit and I was eating a lot of vegetables because I was trying to do vegetarian. I was gonna do vegetarian Monday through Friday, and then on the weekend I was gonna like, oh, that's my time to eat meat or whatever, and it worked. But of course, I introduced one sweet. I introduced one thing. I can't even remember what it was. I don't know if it was a cake or something, or it was one of those processed cakes or something, or a cookie or something sweet. Maybe it was candy. It could have been a gummy candy or something. I ate it one time, and it was like, I guess the dopamine in my head lit up and said, I want nothing but that. And so I was just like, next thing you know, I'm like, yeah. And then on top of that, you go to McDonald's. And then McDonald's just turns into a whole, thing, because they got good McDonald's got some good deals, bro. Speaking of which, have y'all seen the deals for freaking McDonald's for this year? Right around about the end of the year, this last, like in December, it's like I don't know if it was the last couple of weeks, they took off the 2-for-1 special. So I used to always get like the two double cheeseburgers. I think you get you buy one, you get another double cheeseburger. That makes me sound extra fat, but yes, I used to get that plus like get some fries or whatever. And I think last week, and I think this was just God being like, bro, I gotta keep you off because you about to spend all your money, because I went through a whole lot in the last couple of weeks that kind of threw me on my butt, and I couldn't even work. And this is the grace of God, is that he actually allowed me to make a lot of money before all this stuff happened, so that I would be covered during the weeks when I wasn't able to actually go to work. So now I'm back at work, and I'm, starting to get things right, but it's crazy. But going back to McDonald's, one of the things that they added this time around was they actually added a 20%. I think it's like a 2 for. Oh, you get 2 any size fries, bro. 2 any size fries with a 20-piece chicken nuggets. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's bad. Cause I would go and get that, and it's like $6. I guess since I live here in like Texas, so and I know that like even here in Texas, I can go to one McDonald's and then go to another one, and the prices are just a bit off. Like here, I think there's one item, I don't know what it is. It's like $1.99. I can go to another McDonald's that's like maybe 5 miles away, and it's like $2.39. So I don't know. The thing is that I guess it just depends on where you're going, and where it's stationed. I don't know if they tax these restaurants, or that's the reason why like a lot of the food doesn't actually stay the same price. I think there might be a universal standard, but dollar menus just ain't dollar menus no more, bro. It just is what it is. I don't know why I brought up the whole fast food things, but fast food was definitely one of those things that actually got me, man. I just was going every day. I was eating burgers. I was like, yo, burgers, fries, and it's real quick. So, and then, don't let it be a day I work at Domino's and then I eat pizza, then I leave, and I'm like, I'm hungry. Not really hungry. You just have a food addiction. And I was going and still buying those 2 cheeseburgers. Bro, stop. Just quit, dude. Go home and drink some water and shoot. At least okay. So for me, and it probably doesn't really save anything. It's like those people who eat a lot of food and then they drink like a Diet Coke. And some people are like, oh, that Diet Coke won't actually do anything. Okay. Here's the thing. Diet Coke won't make you lose weight, but it won't actually add as many calories as if you drunk a regular Coke. Because you're talking about something that's like 150 to 250 calories. And then especially if it comes out of a fountain, you know you're getting way more calories. I mean, you're almost drinking a small meal anyway along with your meal. So a lot of times I don't actually get drinks. So that's probably what kept me from like blowing up, because I still drunk a lot of like sugar-free drinks from when I was doing like keto. Although I did kind of abuse them a little bit, and I was trying to get away from. In fact, recently I've actually kind of done a lot better in terms of sugar-free drinks. I used to drink a lot of Coke Zero. I don't really much anymore. I probably drink maybe one every week, maybe once, which is good because I was a caffeine junkie, and that's a whole other spiel. It's not just like caffeine that came from Coke, but it was also caffeine that came from the little squeeze bottles. Like sometimes I would go to Kroger and buy like these little caffeine drinks, because in the morning sometimes I just ain't got the energy, bro. I don't feel motivated sometimes to go to work, because I work for UPS in the morning. Like I have to be at work sometimes at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. or whatever. And so sometimes I don't have a coffee machine here, so I don't make any coffee. So the next best thing to coffee is what is either drink a Coke, which I've done that a few times. It kind of works, but I don't like having all that stuff in me, which is weird because I'm drinking another artificial drink. But I feel like it has B vitamins in it, so at least you get some added benefit plus caffeine that's also in it. And sometimes I drink almost a 32-ounce of that before the end of my shift, man, and I'm like buzzed. I'm extra high. I'm zooming all over the place, man, and it's crazy. So I think that was something where I kind of felt I felt the conviction of God going like, bro, you are abusing caffeine. So as of late, I've kind of like had to back off, but you know, hopefully everybody's like New Year's resolutions like kind of turn out. Like I said, I've actually been there. I've done them, and then once you put the weights down, you feel like for a long period of time you start trying to settle right back into those things. I don't know what the sweet spot is. I don't know if you should do two months, because I've done 2 months. I've worked out for 2 months. I think, what is it? I've heard it's like after 150 days or something like that. Everybody kind of turns back to go back to normal. Life as usual. Since everybody's motivation right now is to like lose a lot of weight. Mine's has always been, I don't want to just lose weight. I want a lifestyle that allows me to remain at a pretty low fat body percentage, which has always been keto, which is the reason why I liked it, and it comes with appetite suppressant, as I said before. So I don't know, man. It's just it's crazy right now, but I am definitely happy to be here. And even though we kind of been on for like 13 minutes of me just rambling and ranting, I came on here to play a Gears video. One, partially, I do have to warn you guys, I cannot actually hear the video. So if you see me yawning, it's possibly because I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, oh my gosh, and I don't have any editing software, so pretty much I'm just gonna have to just roll with it. But here we go, baby. So this was actually yesterday's this was not yesterday. This horde was done a couple days ago, maybe 3 days ago, probably at New Year's Eve. Yeah, actually, I think it was still while I was still at my parents' house. So, but yeah, this was actually played on the Game Pass app on my. I think I have a Samsung A20. I think they're at what, A24 or A23 is a new one. But I've been playing Game Pass games like this for a while. For those of you who do not know and do not remember, because I know sometimes there being so many spaces, maybe there's new people, and maybe you forgot, because I don't really post that often. But I think back in September, I believe, I accidentally destroyed the HDMI ports on my Xbox, my capture card, my splitter, and my TV. I have two TVs. One I use as a monitor. That's the one I'm actually looking at right now. And then another one that's kind of like sitting off to the side here. And the HDMI ports on this one are completely fried. I tried using even my PS4 is the only thing that currently works. Man, I had absolute big plans. Big plans. I had big plans of kind of turning this into a channel where I could like kind of, you know, play games and do this stuff. And I don't know if I wanted to make it a gaming channel, but I did know I wanted to talk about you guys about Jesus. But I didn't want to do it in just like a like, oh yeah, you know, Jesus loves you, because sometimes you know I want it to feel organic, and I feel like when I try to go in preaching sermons, I'm just like stuff, you know. So it's funny, like by myself, if it comes out like water. When I get in front of people, it feels like I'm performing. So I'm like, I'd rather to be organic, and I'd rather the Spirit of God to move on me while I'm doing it, while playing violent video games. I tried to actually turn down the. Normally, I actually do play like this. This is Gears 5, and most of the time those games are extremely gory. Now, about I don't know, some time back, maybe 2-3 years ago, I really enjoyed playing Horde as an actual like game. In fact, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in this game, I'm actually playing as... Ooh, I got knocked. I'm actually playing as a protector. I like melee classes. Melee classes are just they're my favorite, bro. I love it. I like to be able to, like, just kind of get in, do some damage. I like to protect my team that's with enemies that comes in. So I want to be able to protect everybody from I think, like, sires and a lot of the tracker enemies, and a lot of anything on the ground. Usually, most of the time, melee classes can actually kind of take care of. And usually most melee classes, not including the striker, because the striker only gets like added. I think they do have a defense card. They do have a defense card ability that you can add on to yourself, but it's only like 50% like resistance to, I think, to melee hits. And it kind of sucks because they don't have the natural melee resistance that most other classes do. I believe. Oh no, that's not true. I forgot about the what is it called? I was about to say Fetcher. That's not the name. The Brawler. The Brawler. He uses fire. He's basically a melee class, but he's kind of a hybrid. He's a melee class that kind of burns enemy instead of using bleed damage. A lot of the other classes use bleed damage. We have I think there's four melee classes. There's the first one, the best one, in my absolute humble opinion. Well, it's a tie. It just depends. It's a tie between the Brawler and the what is it called? The Blade Master. The Blade Master is absolutely goated to me. To me, it's the best melee class. But the reason why I say it's kind of 50-50, or or I would say it's really close with the Brawler, because Brawler actually can since the Brawler doesn't have bleed damage like most other melee classes, he does have burn damage. So, and he can actually apply it to his weapon, so you can like shoot like people and like do bleed damage from everywhere. You can also apply bleed damage to your melee hits. I think it's called Torch Tackle, which allows you to, like, essentially when you run into enemies, you can catch them on fire. You can actually like jump back and then run into them again, and it does like an extra 250% damage to the enemies. They're a really, really powerful class. Especially I've been out damaged like really when I played with a Brawler, a really good Brawler who's been, I think, like maybe even a max re-up Brawler, and that dude was like mowing down enemies like left and right. I'm like, yo, because sometimes those cards, it's all about the card setup anyway. So when you have like certain cards, it just makes you like, you know, unstoppable, and you can just run through a bunch of stuff. Personally, for me, I like the Blade Master a little bit better than the Brawler. Um, just for me because of the fact that I like to do a lot of bleed damage, and I use the what is called the. I'll have to play one match and show you guys, but there's something called like I think it's like chain. What is it? Chain melee or something like that. You can do like chain damage. So like you will attack one enemy using your ult, and then it'll transfer to like 3 or 5 more enemies that are around. So you can actually attack like groups of like individuals, and they can all get bleed damage. And using a card called I think is it Bloodthirsty? It's either no, not Bloodthirsty. It's something like that. Something like Bloodthirsty. I can't. I'll have to show the card online at one point. But essentially, when you have an enemy that's actually getting dealt bleed damage, she gets like force healing plus force resistance plus her already like perked resistance. So she has actual like perk resistance in the game. You'll see it a few times. You'll see me clicking around. I'm not playing as a Blade Master, but I'm playing as a Protector. Protector has some of the very similar feature. They have resistant damage. So resistant damage means that you have like that much resistance to damage. So like if they're doing 100, then like 20% of that damage is being cut off. So it allows you to like stay alive longer. Versus I don't know I like that over. I think that kind of plays similar to I prefer resistance over health. There are some classes that just get a lot of health. That's also something the Brawler gets a lot of. He gets a lot of health. He gets a lot of damage. He gets long range damage, close range damage. But I still don't think that he's like the best one. I still don't. He probably should be. But to me, I just like the Blade Master. But yeah, the Protector. The reason why I play is that I actually, out of all of them, the Blade Master used to be my absolute favorite until I started kind of changing, and I wanted to play as the Blade Master. Not Blade Master, the Protector. The Protector for me is let's see. Let me see. The Protector's like gameplay for me just works, man. It really does. A lot of times, I think what I like about the Protector in general is not only do I get resistance, they also get like stem. So you see that like that little grid pattern or that honeycomb pattern, that's stem. So that essentially gives you like it's like a protective shield. So and it generates on its own, and she has like resistance, a resistance perk added to the class. You'll see me clicking it sometimes. You use power that you gather on the board and stuff that you know to get like basically you get points to add towards your things. You see, there I am. I'm putting power into my damage, and I think that's my resistance and running. I like the fact that you can be fast. Some melee classes actually come with speed boosts, so they can move a lot faster. Another class that's also quick is it's not a melee class, but it's a class that uses a shotgun, and that's Kate's class originally. I think it's called I was about to say Interceptor. It is the Infiltrator. And so her thing is that her big gimmick is that she can go invisible for a short time, and gives her the ability to sneak up on enemies so they won't see you, and you can like execute them like off rip. They also, depending on the certain type of cards, the Infiltrator can be extremely tanky. But what I do like about I've played as an Infiltrator, but I think personally I will always go for like I'll always go for this particular class in general because I just like it. I really do. I just like the Protector. He gets like a really strong like shotgun. So I get both a gun perk. Um, I get or should I say I get a good weapon perk. Plus I get all that bleed damage, and I think one of the things it's a one of the it's not a perk that you can add on to, but it's a what do they call it thing? It's a not byproduct. It's not the word. A passive. Yeah, one of the passive perks that the what you call it gets is that when they do bleed damage, they can heal from the bleed damage. But see, this is what I like. Yeah. See, he hits, boom, out of there. That's a pretty good thing. And you got that really strong shotgun. So my shotgun does like 60% damage off base. Well, not off base. If there's a card that particularly allows you to have like extra damage to you, and when it's maxed out, it's like 60%. So and I think it's 60% plus you get added bonuses to active reloads. That's when you get the glowies. That's when you get the little when you hit it perfectly. And I believe I'm trying to see right now. I think one of the perks in this game was super active reload. So we we didn't actually have to reload in this game. So like you already start off with yeah, I just saw it switch. So yeah, you start off with active reload right off the gate. So the thing that got me, bro, is that I was never expecting that this was gonna be as clean as it was. This really, I remember when my wife had the Xbox Series S. It actually looked really clear, like very much like this. My game was nice, but to be honest, it didn't look this clean. And I had a S, but I had a series, not a Series S. Wait, was it Series? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, let me see. She had a 1S. She had a. Wait. Oh my gosh, Lord. I don't know. I'm sitting up here blanking. Let me see. I think it's a Series S, right? She had the new Gen S. Okay, that makes sense. If that makes any sense. Let me see. Series S. Series S. Yeah. So she had the Series S. I had the 1S. From a couple years back. So we didn't get them at the same time. She had one of the very early. Oh, we died that fight, but she had one of the original Xbox ones, and then she upgraded to a 1S. Oh yeah, 1S. I wanted to upgrade to 1X, but I didn't have no money, so I was like, let me just stick with this until. And I only played there was only one game that I even played pretty frequently, and that one of them is Gears 5, of course, which is this game. And the next one was Fortnite. And that's pretty much it. Now, I played a lot of other games, like another game that I really enjoyed that I played specifically on my Xbox. I do have it for my PS4, but it was called Control. And I was like, well, that game used to be dope to me. I love that game. That game was so clean. But the reason why I was hitting, I was trying to get him to dodge. Sometimes when you knife the AI, they'll just jump out of the way. Like you can actually do damage to them. You can't actually do damage, but they jump out of the way like you can. Uh-oh, juvies. Get them juvies out of here. Blah. But yeah. And if you notice, I don't really fight very slowly. I'm pedal to the metal the whole time, which is the reason also why I like why I like the Protector so much, because I'm like, man, I want to go fast. Yeet, jump around, move around, stab something, move, and then keep it pushing. I liked that. But like I said, one of the reasons why I like melee classes is I can take care of enemies that get too close. especially since the other classes kind of rely on a lot of weapons. And my main weapon, has like essentially infinite ammo, which is the knife, of course. So as long as I'm, doing physical damage, I'm good. Shoot, run around, and that resistance plus that stem. Oh, this is the part where I missed. I'm like, ugh. And I was moving around like I was like, dude, come on, you're doing too much. Normally I would have just hit it. I don't know why I didn't do that. The wall. I was just busy, and I enjoy stuff like this. I just like moving around. I just want to be quick. Get them shots off. Did he go down after he jumped over? Man, I really wish that they would forgive us if we made it to the other side. Because that has happened a few times where I'm like, I thought I escaped the enemy. And it turns out like, nope, I fail. And then get executed by a Julie. Oh, shoot. Okay, so this is one of the parts that I do not like about the Protector. I don't know why we weren't just given. Why was the Protector given a long shot? I know that so when this game came out, all the classes used to be linked, including the promotional classes, because this is a promotional class. The Protector was something from, I think, Halo Reach or something like that, or one of the older Halo games, and it was one of the added bonuses of, I guess, exclusives for the game or whatever. I don't know. But one of the classes was Protector, and I think the Architect is also a Halo class or something to do with Halo. So Architect's a pretty good builder. I like them because they can do some really nasty damage, with certain cards. Ooh, see, bam, go in there, save him. See, he gonna shoot. Boom, pop, hit him. See, those big dudes, they cause a lot of problems. Sometimes I tend to lose a lot against them. Well, not a lot. I can lose against them. Oh, was I able to get him up in time? I felt like, see, I be staying over there. Oh, thank you, Jack. I forgot Jack kind of helped me out there. Get him out of here. Boom. See, help him mow down. I love it. Heal up. And I think this was healing cover. It kind of felt like I was being shot from somewhere. Oh, I probably was.
Need help here.
It's like, oh, there he is. Yeet, yeet. Ooh. And let him die from the damage. Cause those lambits, man, when they blow up, bro, they can ruin your day. Knock that kneecap off, bro. That's oh, it's like my signature move. Just kidding. I'm pretty sure a lot of people tend to do that. Like if y'all ever play like the actual game, I wonder how many of y'all, if y'all are familiar with the class, how many of y'all actually just knock off the rejects legs. That's always a go-to for me because I'm like, I don't feel like fighting these things all the time. So usually once you get it on the ground, it's not gonna just keep crawling. Usually it'll find a place to die and then it'll blow up. So I don't usually have to finish it off. It'll just blow itself up. Also, with the Protector class, apart from also having that Marxa, which is it's a well, technically it's a marksman weapon. It's used by for long distance. It's used for hitting headshots and stuff. But I really wish that they would have just gave us a. I usually look for a Lancer. You see how I switched it? I switched it for a claw. The claw is actually a really good weapon. Personally, do I like it that much though? Probably not with the Protector though. I think I like that gun more in the hands of a slugger, which is a class that has a lot of it's kind of the the jack of all trades, master of frags kind of thing. Like they're good at like they can match the demolition in terms of like damage. Oh shoot! With their at least with their grenades at least, cause with the demolition, I think they get bleed damage on explosive when you use razor hill, so they get like bleed on explosives, and but that goes on everything. That's like the boom shots, drop shots, anything. Even the what's the other gun? The salvos. Man, it seemed like we was healing real slow. I think that's an AI, so I'm not gonna. Yeah. Please don't jump out there to go pick up that AI. Leave him on the floor. Okay, Jack. I only pick them up because sometimes they can at least be somewhat useful. They can at least be good targets, even though the one thing I hate is I really wish that they would at least up their damage or up their resistance as time goes on, because they just stay the same throughout the entire game. And either that or give them like mixed perks or something where they go up in power, even if it's just one level. It would be nice, because the AIs, man, they're kind of stupid. They're kind of dumb. And when you play on Inconceivable and Master, they're just kind of useless. Especially you'll start seeing them get knocked more often. Oh. See, the claw's a good weapon, but you have to shoot it pretty consistently for it to become more accurate. Ah, I got knocked. I didn't need to go out there. I don't know what I was doing. Thank you, sir. Another AI. Ooh, shoot. Do I have a... No, I don't. I think I'm about to get killed. Yeah, I think see I don't know. I don't think he had enough damage on the bleed. Oh, I had to finish them off. Okay. Bah. Got him out of there. Bam. Got her out. Okay. Okay, cool. Down to 2. Pick up those good. Yep. Get a Lancer, baby. Heck yes. Cause then I can just get easy executions. Ooh. The claw can protect you from like executions, like especially like certain enemies that carry lancers. Cause the thing is, they are really fast. They'll run up on you. Next thing you know, you'll hear that crank, and then you're done. It's like, oh shoot, they got an easy execution on me. There is one thing that would be really annoying, but I really wish that the game would do it more often. In terms of like the enemy AI, I do wish that the enemy AI would do like they used to do in Gears 4. A lot of the enemies actually would stick grenades on you. Also, if they mantle over something that you were guarded up against and knocked you back, they'd execute you right there. It makes the game a little bit more. It makes them a bit smarter, and then the game wouldn't have to rely. I feel like by doing that, the game wouldn't have to rely on cheese. Because sometimes you'll notice on higher difficulties, they won't even be aiming at you. Sometimes the guns will be over here, you'll be right here, and they'll be shooting, and the guns are just shooting at your head. Like, you're like, how did you get that damage off on me, bro? Ugh, crazy. Oh, this is the Wakatu. Wakatu. Those small. What is that? That sounds. That looks like a. What gun is that? Uh-oh. Get that bleed in there. Boom. Oh. See, once that bleed starts, I can usually kind of stay up a little bit better. Usually for the protector, one of the best weapons that I typically use, it goes for any class that usually has a lot of bleed damage. But uh-oh. What is this? Why I hear a hum? But I think one of the better damaging weapons, of course, is a I forget the name of it. It's called a breaker mace. And they're usually dropped by wardens, but you can buy one from the fabricator. But sometimes you don't want to spend all that money. You want to use the money for your perks. And oh, gotta get these. See, see, I was hoping to get a couple shots in, and then go out and stick them a few times so I could get a little bit of that bleed damage. So get out. Also, you can blow those bubbles away. But once they start turning like green, oh, got her. Nicely done. Wakatu can be such a annoying boss. I think he had to get nerfed at one point because I remember playing this with a streamer friend of mine, and dog, we got to the 12th round, and we could not beat the thing. We could not, and we were playing on master, so we couldn't just go out and die. Like sometimes, like some people do, they'll just die and then they'll like start to wave over and hopefully you get a different boss. That wasn't the case. It kept digging because like sometimes you'll notice that when it digs into the ground, it'll get its power back. Oh, they got it. Da. And the reason why it's floating in the air, that's not well, it is Coalition's fault, but when you kill certain enemies with the maturity levels down, it for some reason it's supposed to blow apart. It's supposed to like explode, and you see like the wings and stuff come off. But I guess they just decided like, oh, we'll just take all. But I'm like, it explodes anyway, so it's like, and it's just sitting there floating in the air. At least let the thing fall to the ground or burn up or something. I don't know. People be fighting over these taps, bro. I don't know why. It's like, dude, it's not like you get a bonus for unleashing taps. Oh, shoot. Get your butt in here. Just so you guys know, this does not end well. I really wish that it did. I'm warning you now, but I still enjoyed the fight. You ever like, this is one of those cases where I really enjoyed this was a really good match. We just lost too many people at one point. You'll start seeing like more. I think we got 2 AIs right now. Oh. See? You got knocked. I'm gonna have to. Boom, hit him again. Oh, look at that, I got my ult back. Oh, and I don't have my shotgun. My shotgun's out of bullets. That was dumb. I missed. That was a waste of a shot. Oh, there was another one. Lucky. Throw it. Oh no, I don't have to. Oh! I thought he blew himself apart. Get out of here. Normally I laugh at that. I use a little laughing emoji. Get your butt over there. rebuild the taps. One particular thing is if you're playing the game, please make sure your taps are up. So at least leave one enemy. Hopefully a very small enemy, like a sniper.
Watch your head, elite sniper.
Well, I say weaker enemy. Nah. It could be a weaker drone.
Ammo for me.
Ooh. And this was what? This was 2? This was 8, wasn't it? I can't tell.
Energy tap is full.
I hope you like the other games that I played. These I actually played several other games too, but these actually came out really clear, which is the reason why I posted them. There was another one that we played, but I did not like the way the audio was kind of like popping in and out, and it was kind of a bad server. I don't know how it works, but from what one of my friends says is that the games are actually they're being played on computers. So when you play, remotely, you're playing you're playing on a system from another location. So essentially, I think that's why it always looks so clean. Like this actually looks better than even, well, okay, no, this looks on par of what this looks on par with when I play on my actual Xbox. Get out of here. This looks on par with like how it looks when I play on Xbox actually. Now when I play on my PC, I play this on my PC sometimes. Well, actually most of the time. But when I play this on my PC, bro, it looks dope. I thought that was a friend. I didn't know that was an enemy. God. Get out of here. Oh, that was bad. I should have made sure he was dead before I tried to take out the Scion. I still way too close. That was not the plan. The minute I wasn't paying attention to my health, and I should have backed up. See, they're playing good though. Oh, wait a minute. Boom. Get him out of there. Ouch. I got hit. We got one more to get. I don't know if we're able to make it in time. Sometimes when you try to like get these taps, they'll break it by like, yeah, he's dead. Oh, we still got one more, so we can still make it. Stop shooting! I went to go get his gun. I like M-bars too, as a I know it's like a long range weapon, kind of like the Marksa, but the cool part about this is that when you shoot enemies, they get stunned, and they were good especially against the Scions, because then I can just hit them and stun them a little bit, and I can use my melee attacks to like, instead of having to always carry around those what are they called? I was gonna say bulbs, but they're not bulbs. Something else. When they carry around the stun grenades. Stun grenades are really good, by the way. Another class that I actually enjoy playing, that's not melee. It's not a melee class, but it's really good. I enjoy it. Is of course, I think I mentioned it before, was the slugger. Just grenades. You get like and I think they have one called penetration, which basically gives your it makes your bullets able to, you can hit enemies behind other enemies. That's dope. That's the cool part. You can hit enemies behind other enemies. Oh! Now The sucky part is I cannot take him out using my knife. Now if I was a blade master, would have ran through that dude. Just would this would have hit him with that multi stab. It would have been over. I just do that. Get him the. Now I have to get in his face. I missed the first shot. Boom. Get out of here. See, now this is the part where I should have picked up the breaker mace. I should have picked up the freaking breaker mace. But no. I wanted to stun the enemy and then hit him with my lancer. But there was nobody there. I died immediately. And it was a massacre. Man. that went south quick, bro. That took me, dog. The flip. The banana peel slip. That's also, by the way, that's also one of the things when you take all the gore. Sometimes they die in stupid ways. I'm like, dude, the banana peel slip is always so tragic. I hate seeing that when I hate to see that, bro. Sometimes I record it. If I was on my Xbox, I would have recorded that death because sometimes that just makes me laugh, bro. I just like, no, we just died terribly. Oh, I'm by myself now. I think so. Yeah, I'm by myself because I think this is the part where I go buy an M bar. Yeah. I went to go buy an M bar. This was dumb. This was a stupid idea. I should have just bought a breaker mace and then called it a day. I would have actually ended this entire match if I just got a breaker mace. I don't know why. For the life of me. Oh, yes. The bane of my existence. I hate this. So that thing right there is a bastion and it creates a shield. No attacks can harm the little the enemy that's inside. It also can heal the enemy too. Like if they're like on like 1 HP, if it covers it, it'll pick it up. And I had to leave because I was like, nah, I can't do it. I knew it. I knew the moment that that thing went down, it was over. I was like, no. It sucked, guys. That just sucked for me. But in the end, I still enjoyed that run. That's the only reason that I even posted it, because I felt real confident about the way some of the choices that I made. Not all of them, but I guess one of the reasons why I enjoy this game so much in particular is because it's so fun. Like it's really good team dynamics. You can build a pretty good team. Now, you know, sometimes the classes that you build can make and break you, and sometimes they can break you for an unexplained reasons. Like if you bought, let's say that you all decided to play as demolitions. What could break the team is that, you know, only 1 or 2 people are going to be doing most of the damage anyway. Everybody else won't have no fun doing anything else but watching you kill everything. The most skilled demolition is going to be the one that does the most damage. So it kind of like defeats the purpose. Although you can have two builders. You can have 2 builders in a game. But usually you're not going to have people be a mechanic and a mechanic. Usually you'll be a mechanic. I like the mechanic. I favor the mechanic plus the architect as my favorite like builders. I'll probably play as an architect simply because I can actually create a projection that'll draw. It creates a holographic decoy that will draw enemies to it, and then you can just like unload. And one of the best cards that it has is called Deception, and basically you do 200% extra damage with any weapon. As long as it shoots bullets, it can be a big gun, a small gun, it don't matter. As long as you shoot the back or the side, it does tremendous amounts of damage, and it just works. Um, the class, if I just want to build, I would play as a mechanic. Even more so over a what is I think it's called a, it's not an engineer. What is it called? It is an engineer. Shoot. But I guess you would call him he's like technically the combat mechanic, robotic expert. There it is. The robotic expert, he has a lot of damage on weapons, specifically DB weapons. And I think once they get past like 50% damage, you can start doing heavy damage with like DB weapons. He also has a lot of overclock stuff. He also has one of the best cards in the game, which is like, he has this thing called, he has two cards. He has Global Locker and I think Global and Global Sentries. And what it does is basically anytime anybody, it doesn't matter what class you are, if you build a sentry, even if you're not a build class, it comes out with like 35% like extra damage to it, because his global affects all present like sentries on the board and all global lockers. So you can create your own locker and it'll have the same speed. It'll have the same speed or top-notch speed as if the builder made it. Because the difference is when the builder makes stuff, under most circumstances, it comes with perks. That's why I don't like it when other people. That's why most people, especially when you're playing this game, when you're playing and you're not an engineer, and there's an engineer, let the engineer build, because he's the one that has perks on all of his actual, like, he has perks on barriers, he has perks on every fortification, whether it does extra damage or it has bigger health. The last thing that somebody wants is like some dude running in here creating barriers that just go down in like 2 seconds, especially in higher levels. So, and that, one of the reasons why I like playing as the mechanic is the mechanic has like health. He's got health and resistance on top of like a lot of his weapons. And then I love the update that they made eventually. At one point, your ultimate as a mechanic used to be, you used to make 2 tracker balls that would find an enemy, blow up next to it. It barely did anything, and I guess people were like, "Man, this class sucks because all you got is these 2 balls, these 2 tracker balls that do nothing. They do very little damage." I think they did have shredder. They did have, not shredder rounds, but they had something where like when they blow up, they cause bleed damage too. I guess it was supposed to give it its edge, but you only get 2. So it's not like they're coming out and just, they coming out randomly. No, it's not like, or like a bunch of them. It's not like 2 go out, blow up, then another 2 go out, blow up, and then another 2 until the ult is over. No, it's like the minute you hit it, you summon these 2 tracker balls and they run over and blow up. It was useless. So what they did instead was they swapped his ult for a turret, because we didn't get turrets in this game. So they give you a turret, a mounted turret, and this thing does a lot of damage, bro. Because not only does it do a lot of damage, it also has it has a timer, so it's gonna blow up eventually. But it also, when you max out the card, or when you get to the max level of that class, you'll get a bleed perk on top of the turret. Boy, you can tear up bosses, especially like Swarmax. If you can get like in a good place where it can't just shoot you, you can tear that thing up, boy. You can, and then it'll be over. Like, it'll be over in a little bit, like no time flat. Especially when everybody else is fighting it at the same time, so you're killing it real quick. But enough about death and blood and guts. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it with the video. Like I said, I just wanted you guys to like, I enjoy Gears a lot, especially Gears Horde. I don't really play PvP. I don't play like versus. I played versus like at the beginning, and I only played like arcade. But my biggest draw when it comes to Gears of War has always been Horde, because I like the team aspect. I like building classes. I like that part of it. So, like, hey, Coalition, please make something very similar. I don't want a carbon copy of the game. Like, let's be clear. I don't want a carbon copy of the same Horde. But I would like to have the same implemented stuff here. This really is the better Horde. I know that there's a lot of people, especially who've played a lot of the earlier games. I played some of the earlier games. They love Gears 2's Horde. I hate that. Like that. I don't like that. That where the enemies just come out randomly. You don't have nothing to build with. Gears 4 was really good to me because I really enjoyed Gears 4's Horde. Gears 3's Horde is cool too because you have like a bunch of different enemies that do a bunch of goofy stuff. That's the only thing I would say that I really liked about Gears, a big Gears 3. They just it seemed like they had way more enemies. Even though we have added enemies, I feel like the enemies were more unique in Gears 3. Gears 4, they toned down. They didn't have as many enemies, but I still liked the build mechanic. You could build anywhere instead of having. See, the one problem I don't like about Gears 3 is that you can only build in certain sections, whereas when Gears 4 came out, you could build anywhere. So that kind of changed the game and how like the enemies work. And then Gears 5 made it better by giving you ults, and I really want to keep ults, and I like the cards and stuff, and so I think they did a really good job. I hope that the Gear 6, if it comes out, if they ever come out with a Gear 6, I hope the Horde does not take away any of the ults and stuff, and they just keep adding upon what's already been made. Coalition, like, hey, look, if you're taking all that extra time to add all the enemies from Gears 3, like, bro, that's what I want. I want all the enemies from Gears 3, from all the Horde, from every Horde. I want it to be so robust and like so crazy that you literally you're gonna have to have like all kind of different combinations, because sometimes when you play as a class you get like a overpowered build and then you just kind of keep running the same cards. That can kind of get a little stagnant, especially with promotional classes. But for me, it's, even though I like playing as the protectors and as your sluggers and they only have a handful of cards, I still enjoy the games because of the fact of the team aspect of it. So I like to see people, I like to be able to, fight with other people and stuff, and just protect the base or whatnot. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I will see you guys next time. I definitely did this because I absolutely owed it to you, because it was supposed to be out yesterday, and I'm sorry again. I definitely will be doing better. I currently, right now, I think yesterday I streamed about making thumbnails. I didn't make thumbnails, but what I was doing was actually I was trying to get thumbnails by using certain maps and stuff, and then I went on to replay mode, and I was getting it from all kind of different angles. So if you're wondering why are you so quiet, because there's nobody in here, and sometimes I run out of things to talk about, man. So I do my best. I'm doing my best, and hopefully I'll have a lot more for you guys a little bit later on. Stay tuned. There will be a video, I think a little later this week. I'm gonna be it's gonna be short. It's just talking about Matthew 25. I think it was about the 10 talents, which is about like it's in the book of Matthew. It's about the 10 talents. It's about God who gives talents to these 3 servants, and it's kind of crazy. It was something that just kind of came to mind. I never even realized it, because that's not a parable that I read a lot of. Sometimes you hear more like, I think the most well-known parable, and I'll be done, is of course the Good Samaritan. That's always the really that one, and the Prodigal Son are like the two of the I think Prodigal Son more so than the Good Samaritan. Good Samaritan is like the second most known, and then I don't know who the third is, but probably no. I was gonna say the 10 virgins, but I don't think most people know about the 10 virgins. And it's not, I know the way it sounds. For those who don't know, I know the way that sounds. It isn't what you think it is. But Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave you guys, and you guys have a God bless day, and share your good feelings with people. I pray that you guys make it out. You guys make your New Year's resolutions, and that you don't give up soon. And I pray that you guys, make make those plans, man. Not only to work out now, but make a way to recover just in case you end up dropping the ball. Remember, sometimes you might make it in there 2 weeks, and you might drop it. But remember, you don't have to start at the beginning of the year to start all over again. Just pick that thing up just pick it right back up again, man. You can start all over. You don't need to start at the beginning of the year. Now is the best time. Today is the best day. Here and now. It could be 9 o'clock. You about to go to bed. You just like, man, I'm about to pump out these 10 push-ups, or I'm about to do something, or whatever it is. Write it down and achieve it. I don't know where I'm going with this, so I'm just going to leave you guys. So, peace, everybody. You have a blessed day. I'm out. Peace.